Hello, Matthew Fulton here with Parkway Business Solutions, here to introduce Lance Brandow with Brandow Consulting. Lance, how has the show been treating you so far today?
It's been great. The low attendance has been more personal, and it's definitely opened our eyes to a different approach to connecting with people online.
So what does Brandow Consulting do?
We offer inventory software consulting for QuickBooks users. We we help people find the right software, and we teach them how to use it. We help them set it up right, and we teach them how to use it so they can have a successful experience with the software they purchased.
It's definitely a much needed category. Inventory is a very difficult part of accounting.
Yeah,
It's easy to mess it up.
it's a dirty job.
So what drove you to go into that?
I actually used to work for Fishbowl Inventory.
Oh,
Back
nice.
in 2006, I worked for them from '06 to '09.
So I assume that's one of the companies that you work with quite often in your implementations. Is that correct?
For sure. Yep.
What other companies or programs are you usually working with?
I work with Locate Inventory.
Yes.
Um, very surprised and happy with them. That's amazing software. I work with Sin7,
hmm
which is a powerful e-commerce software that if your client is trying to get their product out there and sell more and increase their sales, Sin7 is a powerful tool. And then I really like Mysis because it seems like a lot of customers that come to us do manufacturing because that's a more complex process and
Build
workflow.
materials, yeah.
And and so Mysis is it serves all the needs you need in the manufacturing area.
When we talk about inventory, there's a lot of different types of inventory, like you just touched base on. Whether it's manufacturing, it could be e-commerce inventory. Is there an area that you're best at or prefer?
Yeah, manufacturing. We don't pigeonhole ourselves to manufacturing. We're open to other things, but yeah, it seems like people come to us when things are complex and they can't do it themselves, and that usually means manufacturing.
What happens if you have a company that's been trying to run their inventory already, and maybe they've made a bit of a mess of it, and then they bring you in? Are you still capable of saving them?
That about 50% of our business is that.
I figured so much. Um,
Yeah.
so, what has your journey been like to get you to the point where you're at today to have your business this way? What's that journey been like for you?
Yeah, it's been quite a history. A lot of self-discovery, a lot of self-discovery. When I worked for Fishbowl Inventory, it was kind of a curse and a blessing to have a business degree because I thought I knew more than my boss did, and that didn't work. We kind of hit heads a little bit. After Fishbowl, I worked for Joe Woodard, and I discovered kind of the same issue where I was struggling to be an employee, and Joe Woodard said something to me that I'll never forget. He said, Lance, you have entrepreneur in your DNA. You either need to get rid of it or embrace it once and for all. And he was absolutely right. I needed to embrace it once and for all. And so I did.
I think that is the curse of the small business owner. Once you become one, it is very difficult to turn back from that, right?
Yep.
So, if you had one bit of wisdom, a nugget of wisdom that you would share, would that be it, or would there be something? What have you learned along your way you would pass down onto somebody like me?
Yeah, love yourself. Love who you are, love your characteristics. Look inside and see who you really are and embrace that and be the best you. Don't try to pigeonhole yourself into the community norms and what other people think is best. I don't think you'll reach your full potential unless you embrace who you truly are.
So, for the people watching us today, what is something, what are you looking for people watching to connect with Brandow Consulting? How would you like people to connect, or what's the ask you'd like to make of people out there?
Yeah, I really want to help the QuickBooks Pro Advisor community. I think I got that passion when I worked for Joe Woodard. And I really want to help the entrepreneur. I think I got that passion when I worked for Fishbowl Inventory. Um, Both need help in this area. It's a challenging area. Inventory software implementation is not an easy niche to get into. it's it's not, and we can help you. I've been doing it for 14 years. I have a great person by my side, Terry Sharp, who used to work for me with Fishbowl Inventory, and yeah, we can help. We can help you and your client.
What was one of the most complicated or challenging implementations that you were successful with?
I would say the first one that
That's
that
true.
I did when I started Brandow Consulting.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know how to write a contract, and I needed the business, and I jumped into it and did my best to put a contract together.
Yeah.
And basically the contract said, "Please sue me." And,
Spoken like a true entrepreneur,
right?
really, right? I
Yeah.
love it. You know, I always say it's really easy to forget what you had to learn. And
Yeah.
along our journey, we make those kinds of decisions. We will call them decisions instead of mistakes, that it's good that you can look back on it and laugh about
Yeah.
it. So
We learn our biggest lessons from our biggest failures and our biggest struggles.
that's beautiful. And have you had a chance to check out more of the show yourself?
You know, usually when I come, I go to the classes and I mix and mingle with the pro advisors and meet people. And this year we have a booth, and I really feel like that's where we fit best in this conference. And it's been wonderful because people who need inventory software experts just walk up and say hi. It's perfect. I should have been doing this years ago.
It's, you know, it's all about the relationships, no matter what part of this cycle in business you're in, right? It's about connecting with people, making those relationships so when they have the need, they remember your name to come to you to get that assistance at that time.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So what's the best way for people to connect to you?
Walk up to my booth, say hi if you're here.
Okay.
If you're remote, we do have a link on our Calendly. Also, our website has a contact form. Direct your clients there. Feel free to reach out to us and let us know that you have a client that's suffering, or you have a client that's looking for inventory software and needs a guide to help them find the right software. There's really three things that you have to get right in order to have a good experience, and that is the right software, it needs to be set up right, and it needs to be used right. And we can help with all three of those.
One last question as well is, obviously when you're setting up inventory, a lot of programs, you have to make sure that the sales tax is connected as well. Do most of the inventory programs nowadays take into account different sales tax aspects of it?
Yeah, the ones we use do. The inventory software programs that we focus on are programs that only connect to QuickBooks.
Okay.
So they definitely have accounting and tax in mind.
Beautiful. Well, wonderful. I appreciate you sharing some time with us today, giving us information about Brandow Consulting. Any last things you'd like to tell the viewers about your company?
Yeah, we'll take care of you. That's the main thing. We'll take care of your client. We'll take good care of them, and as a result, you'll have a better relationship with them. They'll be grateful that you referred them to us.
Wonderful. Thank you so much again for the time today, and I wish you the best for this show and leading in with new people, new possibilities.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.